On Wednesday, September 11th, a memorial ceremony was held in front of the Public Safety Complex commemorating the 23rd anniversary of the terrorist attack on the Twin Towers. We asked some of the participants to share their reflections on that tragic day.
This day has such great significance for our country and for our community as well. My husband was in the last plane that flew out of Logan over New York City that morning. Remembers the blue skies, remembers the sun, remembers looking at the Twin Towers. And for me, the mother of 4 children, I had a daughter who was in Western Mass, 3 children in the Needham schools. All of us were separated, and the terror of not understanding what was happening, the horror of beginning to process what had taken place, and the true fear of wanting my family together, wanting us to be safe.
I remember reporting to work, and I remember standing out front of the station with other firefighters, and we were just kind of looking around and not seeing any commercial airline traffic. The only airline traffic we saw were the fighter jets circling. We had never seen anything like that before.
You know, there was some responsibilities we had to do here in Needham as a result of some of our residents that unfortunately lost their lives. And I also remember a former chief talking about you know, an interaction he had with a Port Authority police officer. I think it was Chris Amoruso. There's pictures of him outside one of the towers, and he goes back in and he loses his life. And I remember the chief just talking about what just a fine young man he was.
New York City needed help, and they needed everybody. We had deployed a handful of firefighters to go to New York, and they helped with as far as the digging and the moving, the rubble, a lot of handwork. It was at that point you saw the country kind of gather together, kind of standing as one.
I think when we look back on something like that, and you look at the first responders and how selfless they are, they're running towards danger, and they know what the sacrifice will be. They know what the outcome could be, and they still do it without hesitation.
What we witnessed on that day with our public safety people, police officers, the firefighters, was the essence of what public service is. I believe in public service with every cell in my body. I think that's one of the greatest examples, but I think an example is also the people who came today. I think it is also the people who are home and thinking about what the future holds for our country. There are many ways to be engaged in public service, to do it genuinely, authentically, with the best intentions for your family, for your community, for our Commonwealth and the country, is what I believe we witnessed on that day and what we need to every day remember and try to emulate.